Good afternoon and welcome to Swechotv. I am Monica Lewinsky and stay with us as we bring you the top stories. Now, him despite being granted bail. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions has charged him with offensive conduct conducive to a breach of the peace, contrary to Section 94(1) of the Penal Code, over remarks he allegedly made in Kieni, Nyeri County last week. Let's have a look.
It was alleged that he had violated Section 10, subsection 3 of the Election Offences Act. That is the first initial entry of the OB. Today, Your Honor, and just to show you the malice behind the process, I brought you this. They refuse money. They refuse cash. They refuse. And then they come and before the court tell you, charge this person and take you to reject. Let them take the doctor and explain how difficulties they have experienced to obey the court orders.
This crime is alleged to have been committed in Arumoro, which is around 200 kilometers from here. And there will be witnesses expected to participate. Of course, the audience has alleged, which consumed these words. So, Your Honor, the logistics of it.
Now, on to our next story. Angela Mulwa and Nelson Masiga, the two suspects who were found in possession of a Range Rover allegedly stolen from a land parcel at the center of the murder investigations of Dr. Victoria Mutiso, will spend the next 14 days in police custody to allow detectives to conclude investigations. The court said the prosecution had proved sufficient grounds to hold the two based on the seriousness of the offences under investigation.
The prosecution's application succeed in part. The respondents, Angela Mulwa and Nelson Masiga, shall remain in lawful police custody for 14 days from the date hereof to facilitate completion of the specified investigations. The affidavit indicates that the respondents are likely to know some of the witnesses. In the circumstances of this case, the apprehension by the prosecution
there is no investigation that is going to be conducted on the SIM cards. It is the handset that the state will get data from.
Your Honor will be seeking for a condition that the SIM card be released once the respondent allow us to have access of the handsets.
SIM cards may be released to the respondents, there being no.
Now elsewhere, village elders across the country will begin earning a stipend of 3,000 shillings, marking the first time in the country's administrative history for this cadre of people to be recognized for their key roles in running the country. The formal recognition is also aimed at strengthening the delivery of services at the grassroots. This delegation is part of a growing number of visiting State House in recent days as the race for State House 2027 gathers momentum.
Utukufu ulio mkuu kwa Mwenyezi Mungu and be able to do better.
Those who are in the education sector, you've looked at those in the healthcare sector, you've looked after all our students, and finally, as part of the national government administration, you have decided to look after our village elders.
Village assistant chiefs watapata pesa AIE yao inatoka from 15,000 ya quarter to 30,000 na ile ya chief inatoka 30,000 to 50,000, Your Excellency.
Beginning today, every village elder will receive a stipend. Hii sio bei ya uzalendo wenu. Uzalendo hauna bei. Hii ni ishara yetu kama serikali ya heshima ya taifa letu la Kenya kwenu na kutambua mchango wenu katika mambo ya uongozi ya taifa letu. Ndio sasa fahari yangu. Wakasema ya kwamba State House inapaswa kuwa mahali ya wafalme, mabalozi, wawaziri na wale wengine. Lakini mimi nimewajibu nikawaambia Sijashusha hadhi ya State House. Nimeinua heshima ya wananchi wa Kenya.
It has never come in my mind that I can be in the middle of State House. State House has always been a secured place for some status. Today it is not status that is here, it is the presidency where I belong.
Kwa sababu tunataka ili Kenya ichukue ile hatua kubwa, tunataka kabisa ushindi ambao Mheshimiwa William Ruto atapata raundi hii bila petition.
Tukuje tusukume iende juu. Mnasema tuendelee namna hiyo? Kwa hivyo mmesema.
Now on to politics. After receiving the green light to unite opposition outfits under the Azimio la Umoja coalition, Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka on Tuesday held talks with his DCP counterpart Rigathi Gachagua and DAP-K's Eugene Wamalwa. According to Kalonzo, the talks centered on building and strengthening cooperation among opposition formations in readiness for the unveiling of a new coalition that will face President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza at the ballot next year. But as Dedan Jack reports, the unity efforts faced their initial setback as opposition affiliate parties, including Democratic Party, PNU and DEP, accused Gachagua of trying to edge their parties out of the Mount Kenya region.
Hours after the Joint Council of National Executive Committee of the Azimio Coalition granted him the mandate to bring together like-minded opposition parties, Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka moved quickly on Tuesday, holding talks with DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua and DAP-K counterpart Eugene Wamalwa. According to the Wiper leader, the meeting held at his command center in Karen focused on ways of enhancing cooperation among all opposition outfits and building a coalition with a shared objective of presenting a united front and ultimately delivering leadership that mirrors the aspirations of Kenyans.
It was a continuation of what we started yesterday. It being understood, I was given the mandate to reach out so that we can fast track the formation of this new coalition. Kenyans are waiting for it, and we do not have time to spare.
DAP-K leader Eugene Wamalwa also pursued opposition unity with the aim of creating a united and a peaceful Kenya for all. As the discussion continued, a section of affiliate parties appeared to be taking a different direction. DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua faced criticism from his opposition counterparts in the mountain, who accused him of attempting to sideline their parties in the region politics. The trio, Justin Muturi of the Democratic Party, Peter Munya of PNU and Revolution Empowerment Party's Leni Kivuti, cautioned Gachagua to stop.
Why are you saying, in the absence of those other leaders of those parties, why are you telling them to dissolve and join DCP? And you just say, you formed your party the other day, you found these parties in existence. What has prompted you to think that they should dissolve and join these new outfits?
We also reject any impression that Honorable Gachagua has been appointed or mandated to speak on behalf of all the people or political parties associated with the Mount Kenya region, nor has any consensus been reached conferring such authority upon him.
And we are part of the united opposition. So, would you rather have us not talk anything about the reorganizing, about the self-respect, about, how things should be? You'd like us to keep quiet until we sit in a boardroom?
Reporting for Swechotv, I'm Dedan Jack.
Now on to matters education. More than 400 learners have been arraigned in court in the last 4 months over school fires and unrest that have claimed lives and destroyed property worth millions of shillings. The Ministry of Education says it is working closely with security agencies and school management to strengthen safety measures and curb the growing cases of arson in schools. Basic Education Principal Secretary John Ololtua told the National Assembly Education Committee that the ministry will soon gazette a multi-agency task force to investigate the causes of school unrest and make recommendations. Faith Otieno with more report.
Between 27th April and 6th June this year, the country recorded 359 cases of school unrest. According to PS Ololwa, 18 fatalities were reported as a result of the incident. A total of 122 actual fire incidents were recorded countrywide, alongside 36 cases of attempted, planned, or threatened arson, 124 cases of student agitation and active disturbances, and 77 cases involving precautionary student release.
Nyanza region recorded the highest number of reported incidents at 123, accounting for 34.3% of all the reported cases during the 3 reporting periods. And it was followed by Central at 55, Victoria at 54, Eastern at 45.
Other regions that recorded cases of school unrest included Western region with 33 cases, Coastal region with 27 cases, Nairobi with 21, and Northeastern 1 case. The PS informed parliamentarian that so far 462 learners have been arrested, remanded and bonded, while others have been taken through guidance and counseling. A total of 121 learners from school in Nyanza region have been taken to court. 117 from Eastern region school have faced the law, 90 from Rift Valley region, 66 from Coastal region, 22 from Western region, and 10 from Nairobi.
Intelligence gathering and surveillance in schools identified as high risk. We have also done deployment of security personnel to affected institutions to be able to assist in monitoring the situation. We have also done what we call strengthening collaboration between school administrations, boards of management, and security agencies.
PS said the Ministry of Education is at the final stage of gazetting a multi-stakeholder team that will carry out a comprehensive assessment of the cause of unrest in school and provide recommendation, sustainable intervention and policy measures aimed at preventing recurrence, enhancing school safety, and creating a conducive learning environment. Lawmakers urge the ministry to be transparent on the policy of admission and enrollment in order to address overcrowding in school. Reporting for Swechotv, I'm Faith.
This is Swechotv. We'll take a short break and be right back with sports news. Stay tuned. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now on to sports news. The boys football competition at the National Term 2 Ball Games have set up interesting semi-finals pairings after the conclusion of the group matches in Thika. Kakamega High School from the Western region will face the enterprising Menengai High School of Rift Valley, while surprise package Takaba Day from Northeastern will take on Nyanza St. Mary's Yala in the other semi-finals. Highway Secondary School pulled off one of the tournament's biggest upsets, blanking former national champion St. Mary's Yala 2-0 in a commanding display. Despite the win, Highway, who are the defending champions, bowed out on goal difference as St. Mary's Yala advanced to the semi-finals. Kakamega High School stormed the semi-finals with an emphatic 4-1 victory over St. Philip's Baricho. Takaba Day Mixed School also secured their semi-finals berth after overcoming Tumaini Boys 4-2. Menengai High School completed the semi-finals line-up with a commanding 4-1 victory over Tonoka Boys.
It's a good progress, and it's a good indicator that something good is being done. You know, we have to start from the grassroots. Everybody's talking about grassroots. So if you see the performance of the JSS schools from Nyanza region, that tells you that we're in the right direction.
Now on to other sports news. Gor Mahia are through to the 2026 Sekafa Kagame Cup final after edging Sudan's Al Hilal 8-7 in a dramatic penalty shootout following a 1-1 draw in regulation time. Kogalo kept their title hopes alive and will now face Ryan Sports in Friday's final. Danish Odera with the report.
Kenyan football giants Gor Mahia are through to the final of the 2026 Sekafa Kagame Cup after a dramatic 8-7 penalty shootout victory over Sudan's Al Hilal following a hard-fought 1-1 draw at Kigali Pele Stadium.
Kibwage, pasi moja ndefu na amefanikiwa. Inawekwa cross ndani huku inapita. Ebwela amejiweka mwenyewe. Mwamuzi anasema mpira umevuka mstari na ni goli la Gor Mahia. Walipishana. Mawasiliano hayakuwa katika mstari.
Kogalo displayed resilience throughout the contest, battling against a determined Al Hilal side in a tense semi-final that remained deadlocked after regulation time.
Inawekwa pasi kwa Ansumana Samura! Ilikuwa ni ngumu sana kukwepa madhara ya mguu wa kushoto wa Ansumana Samura. Hatimaye mtego wa Al Hilal umenasa.
The match was ultimately decided from the penalty spot, where Gor Mahia kept their composure to seal a memorable victory and keep their regional title hopes alive. The win books Gor Mahia place in Friday's final, where they will face Rwanda's Ryan Sport in what promises to be an exciting East African football showdown. With confidence high after overcoming one of the tournament's toughest opponents, the Kenyan champions will now be aiming to add another Sekafa Kagame Cup title to their illustrious history. Danish Odera, Swechotv Sports.
Now that brings us to the end of our news stories for today. Thank you so much for making us part of your day and continue following Swecho for more updates.